Well, thanks for having me here in West Virginia. It's my second time in Elkins.
Thanks for coming, dude.
I love it here,
Really?
except when it fucking snows and then I get pissed off.
It's pretty cold outside right now. This is the first big snow of the year.
Yeah, I woke up with a sore throat. But other than that, it's been good. I've been enjoying my time here. Feels like we've been productive the past couple days.
Got a lot done. Did a music video for the song we have coming out together.
We do have a song coming out. It's called I Will. It's going to be on November 28th. Yeah, man, I love that song. I'm excited for it to be out. I'm glad it worked out the way it did. It was kind of unplanned in a way because like I thought I was like done with my album, and then I made that and sent it to you, and I was like, yo, I'm either gonna use this as the intro of my album, one verse, solo Dylan Reese, or you're gonna get on it, and then I'm gonna figure out where it sits. Because it just felt like no one else could have just like fit into that equation conceptually and like understood my perspective on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about it at all, about like just kind of the meaning of it and why you chose to do it, because this is really our first song together. And we did some stuff back in the day, like when we lived together in Hawthorne,
Yeah.
you know, before you had figured out like what you were doing, before I was managing you, before a bunch of shit. We were kind of just fucking
Yeah.
around. But this feels like
Actually.
a moment, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the song probably means something different to me a little bit than it means to you or anyone else, just because, you know, everyone has their own perspective on a song. But to me, it was just about, like, all the, I don't want to say, like, struggles that you go through, because, like, making music is the coolest fucking thing in the world that we
Yeah.
get to do. But, you know, all the, like, headache and bumps in the road, or, like, days whenever you question, like, can I do this? Do I have this in me? Like, is this possible for me? And the mindset to, like, wake up and still go after it the next day. And to be doing that for, you know, I've been doing it for, like, 10 years. You've been doing it for how long?
15?
More than that?
Yeah.
So, to me, it just kind of, like, encompassed that idea of, like, kind of having a light whenever it's, like, just easy to feel dark. And also, outside of that, like, big idea, I felt like it had a personal meaning just with me and you, because it's like, yeah, I moved into the crib in Hawthorne with you in 2022. Pretty much, like, no one knew who I was outside of just, like, friends and family and, like, small fan base.
Also,
And,
I didn't know who you were.
yeah.
We were literally strangers.
Yeah.
And I put on my Instagram story, this is like a little lore for people that don't know this. I've been living in LA since 2017. My best friend Steve, who I lived with the whole time, was having a kid, getting married, the whole thing. So a room opened up, and I was trying to fill it with like musician friends or something. And it got to a point where no one could move in time. So I was like, all right, I got to put this on my Instagram story and like cross my fingers. And you hit me up. And we had never talked before.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if you were following me or not, but you were just like, yo, let me know, bro. I'm trying to move to LA. And I FaceTimed you, and I'm like, all right, looks like this is what we got to do. Like, this kid's like not a serial killer,
Yeah.
you know, so.
And we met for the first time whenever I, like, showed up at the house.
And I had COVID that day.
And you had COVID when I showed up.
Gang.
Really great introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was following you because I was making my Butterfly album, and I asked DJ Yimmy, I was like, yo,
That's right.
I was like, do you know any artists that are, like, bigger than me, but, like, within reach, that maybe I could, like, get a feature on my album or
That's
something?
right. I remember that now.
He sent me a list of, like, 10 artists, and you were one of them. So I followed you, but I never ended up hitting you up for a song.
Yeah, because our first message was, hey, I'll move into your house.
Yeah.
And I was like, bet. Going through.
So
Yeah, sorry, but that's like the full backstory.
yeah, that's the backstory on how
When we
we
met,
like,
not even I knew who you were.
met. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that time I spent there in LA was just a lot of like learning how shit works and figuring it out and just seeing what you're doing wrong and like how can I improve on this and make it better. And I think that just falls under that whole category of like, when shit's not working out for you, can you see it through, you know?
Totally.
So I think a lot of that falls under the same like inspiration for that song for me.
For sure. And yeah, that song, it ends up being the outro on the album. This is the last single, so that album's going to come out December 12th. But I kind of look at that song as like the thesis of my album, because my album's called Jigsaw. And pretty much what you just said is like what the whole thing is about. Like trying to put it together, putting the puzzle together, figuring out what goes where and why. And then, you know, I've talked about this on other videos, and obviously we've chatted about this, but yeah, like you can zoom out and make it like life is like one big puzzle that you always have to keep working on. Every day has its own kind of obstacles and problems, and centered around, or the thing that's centered in the entire album is just like being able to problem solve and keep going, and having the willingfulness, not a word, to just figure it out by any means, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I was going to have anyone featured on that song, which kind of like encapsulates the whole thing of my album, it would have to be someone that really understands that and is also close to me and understands like the truth from where I sit too, which you're that person. So
Yeah.
glad we were able to get it done. And the song's dope, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I started my verse off and said, trust me if anyone does, I get it. Because it's like,
Yeah.
I had the same feeling of like, a lot of the people I talk to day to day is just my, you know, friends and family. And most of them don't know the details of like how the business works behind music. So when you have a friend like you or the people that understand what's going on, it's really nice to have conversations about that, because it's like, oh, I've got all this stuff going on, but like, who do I vent to about it? I'm not going to talk to like, you know, my mom or someone about it that's like going to understand really. So it's just good to have a
she'll
friend
be
like that.
there in support of you, but she's not going to be able to actually problem solve or relate to the problem.
Absolutely.
She's just going to be like, yeah, I don't know, you got to rent the bus or something and get to the next city or whatever.
Like, you're like, whatever the problem is, you got it.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, dope. I mean, I don't think we're going to do a whole podcast about one song, but
Yeah.
obviously I wanted to touch on that. Kind of comes at a cool time. Again, like I said, wrapping up my album, and it feels like you're kind of right on the tail of that, like wrapping up yours. So another cool time for me to come out here is like, not that we don't need to be working on music right now, because like we're probably always working on music, but my album's done. I'm kind of in like rollout and presentation mode, preparing for this headline tour I'm doing with Ollie Joseph in January, and you're kind of in the same place. I know you got a couple things to finish, but your album's going to come shortly after this, a few months after. You're also going to be on tour in January. So, yeah, it's just a good time to come out, get some stuff done, shoot some videos. We're going to work on some merch designs for you, do this.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to talk about your album. I feel like you haven't really talked about the concept in full.
Yeah.
Other than the single, you know, because it's,
Yeah.
you know, the title track's out, but.
Yeah. The single represents a lot of what the whole album is about, but to touch on like the whole concept of it, basically, it's like a follow-up or like a mirror to Evergreen. And the whole concept of Evergreen was like about self-growth and just like self-discovery in a way, because that's just where I was in life, going through like a lot of changes there. And like now I just feel like I'm at a point where I've like changed a lot for the better and like just shifted my energy, and I don't think I'm like seeking like a bunch of changes in my life and my energy the way that I was back then, but now I'm just like in a good place that I'm happy with, and I want to keep it there and I want to like maintain it. So I feel like the last couple years symbolically was like planting a new seed in my life, and now I'm just trying to like tend to that seed and tend to that garden, and like that's where the whole idea of water your roots came from, because I feel like the whole like mental health and just like life perspective that I try to share through my music is just yeah, something that you got to always keep up with and always kind of like keep a tab on. And I feel like that's where I am in life, is like just keeping up with everything on that side. And so I think that was the inspiration creatively for why I wanted to make this album. Yeah, there's some other cool things that I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to make it like a mirror of Evergreen, like I've told you, like even with the features and the track list in a way.
Super dope.
Like trying to have same people on it, as far as like other artists featuring on it, and yeah, the same number of tracks on it, 14 on each. So kind of some cool things going there that I'm trying to, like you said, find a presentation or like a delivery to get that message out along with the album rollout, rather than just being like, here's some new songs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I think a whole other like challenge to putting out an album is the presentation of it. It's like, is everyone gonna get this message and like the purpose of it all, other
Yeah.
than just being like, these are some cool songs, you know? So I think I'm working on that as well.
Yeah, and that's always tough too, because as you know, not everybody's gonna get it every time, or like even like the first time. But all we can do is control the presentation as clearly as we can. You know, so it's like as true as it is the way you see it, the way you hear it, communicating that the best way. That's like the challenge. It's not, you know, it's not always gonna work, I guess is my point. But yeah, Water Your Roots does feel very similar to Evergreen. I mean that in the best way. Just feels like an evolved version of you.
Yeah. That's another thing is
dope.
along with the like Water Your Roots, even the music feels like a grown version of Evergreen. Like
Yeah.
when I was making Evergreen, I was still like learning how to make that sound, you know, and was kind of just like finding beats from wherever online and just like curating the
Yeah.
beats to where it all like sounds the same. But now it's to a point where it's like, when I'm working with my friends and producers in person, it's like, I want the drums to sound like this, and I want the guitars to sound like this, and
Yeah.
I want it to feel, it's a much more like intentional version of Evergreen.
Absolutely. Yeah, it feels that way too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody develop as quickly as you have.
Yeah.
Because you're 25 years old. And you're really fucking good at making songs.
Thank you, dude.
And when I met you, when you were 22, 23,
22.
you were pretty good. But, like, you're way better right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you work hard and you, like, actually give a shit, which a lot of artists do, that will inevitably happen. But the amount of growth that I've seen in you as a writer and, like, vocalist and just as, like, a person in the past 3 years is, like, really inspiring to me.
Thank you, man.
And I'm sure I've said that to you off of this, but,
Yeah.
you know, it's, yeah, I'm just excited for where things are going to go beyond Water Your Roots and, like, trying to plant the seeds on the touring side, too, which I feel like we've done a pretty good job at, like, just trying to keep you out on the road, yada, yada. But, yeah, I think people are going to love this album, so
I think so, too. I'm excited to
it's
have
almost
it out.
time.
And yeah, when I listen back to my music from like just a few years ago when I was 22, it's like, man, this is bad. Or like not bad, but it's like, this is, if I made this song today, I wouldn't put it out, you know?
That's the thing, like, I don't think I've ever heard something from you that was bad.
Yeah.
At least in the times that I've known you. Like, you've shown me stuff that you did when you were in high school,
17
whatever,
or
and I was like,
something.
yeah, this is bad, but
Yeah.
we all have those.
Yeah.
But,
And
yeah,
I-
no, I know what you mean. It's just like, you see things from a couple years ago, and you automatically go, oh, man, I would approach that way differently.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't even have picked this beat in the first place.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the harder you work and like the more you do it, obviously, you just develop instincts that are closer to like the truth for you.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like you're like approaching that place if you're not already there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like everything you do just sounds like you now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I feel like, because when you were giving me some compliments, you said, like, your writing has gotten better, you as a vocalist has gotten better, and, like, as a person. And I feel like the third one is like really what I credit all of it to, because I do, and I think you're the same. I know you're the same, where like we write our songs. And so I just feel like I've always felt like if you're going to be a good writer, you have to be like just a good thinker before that. Like just your perspective on the world is ultimately what you write down. So yeah, I think I was just at a point where like early 20s, I was just like growing up, changing my perspective on a lot. And I think that's what I credit a lot of, like just being a better writer, better artist as a whole, was just an overall like life perspective change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like no one that's like 22 that's like really good at songwriting.
Yeah.
They're like freaks if they are.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, oh, like you're like LeBron James of songs.
Like Benson Boone. I think he's like 20 or something.
It's insane. Like that's not really real, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where making songs is just a really hard thing to do.
Yeah.
At a high level.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like I'm always going to get better, hopefully, because I care about it and I want to get better. But I feel like I'm approaching that place too. Like past couple of years, I feel really comfortable with like, and when I do something, I know it sounds like me. Mm-hmm. But it just took me so long to get to that point.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is. It's all good, obviously, but yeah, just seeing you get there so fast is like really cool, and I'm stoked to be a part of it. You know, obviously.
Thanks, man.
But what else were we going to talk about on this?
We're going to talk about touring some.
Oh yeah.
No, we both have some tours coming up. You and Ollie Joseph are hitting the road.
Yep.
And I'm hitting the road with Gavin.
Yep.
In January.
At the same exact time.
At the same exact time.
So I will not be at any of your shows.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. You're
playing at the Troubadour in LA, which is like a legendary venue that I just got to play last fall, and I was like, damn, this is so cool that I get to play here.
Yeah.
And I'm literally not even going to be there when you're there. So
I'm excited to play there. It looks like a sweet venue.
Yeah, it's dope.
What are you doing for tour preparation? What's your process there? How far out from tour do you start rehearsing?
I need to start like immediately when I get back because I haven't done anything. I've kind of thought about what songs I know I want to play, but I've got to start like stemming things out because I'm bringing Shamrock to play keys. Mm-hmm. So I got to like strip things back, open things up so we can do like different live versions. As far as the timeline, it kind of just depends on where I am with the music. Like I toured a bunch with the Hold Up last year and a half or so, and most of those songs I've played live a lot already. Mm-hmm. So I'm like really comfortable with it. So the rehearsing is like pretty minimal, honestly, because like I kind of already know how I'm going to approach it. Again, I didn't have like a band or anything for any of that. It was just me with an SP404 and some vocal pedals. So I try to make it like a unique experience on stage, but it's just me. So it's a little easier to kind of just know where I'm at. But with this, it's a little bit of a longer set. I got Sham involved. I'm going to be playing a lot of the Jigsaw album, which mostly I've never played. Mm-hmm. So I need to take some more time to like dive in and figure it out before I get up there and just start
winging it.
Just winging it. Yeah,
Letting it rip.
So probably like a good month before I'll like work on it a little bit every single day, and then by the time I'm there, I'll be comfortable.
And you and Sham, since you don't live near each other, do you do like remote rehearsals?
Yeah. I'll like we'll get on a call, talk about like, all right, I'm gonna strip these parts back. I use audio movers. Mm-hmm. Have you used that? Oh yeah, I used it with us for when we mixed that song. Yeah. But yeah, I can basically share my session audio live, so it comes through like with no latency at like the super quality, high quality. So he's listening to it as if he's sitting next to me, you know? Yeah. So that technology is very helpful. And then I'll send him bounces of like the stripped back version. He'll hit me with like, all right, I got this idea, maybe take this out. Let's actually add the bass in before it was supposed to come in. We'll make a different version for live, whatever. Yeah. Just to try to make it cool and the most fun it can be. You know? So yeah, I'm excited to go play these songs, some of my favorite songs that I've made. So bringing them to life on stage, it's like the most fun.
It's fun stuff.
Got Santa coming through the chimney early.
Yeah. Would you mind to hand me that coffee?
Absolutely.
Thanks, brother.
But yeah, stoked to do that. Stoked to go with Ollie too. I got to hang with Ollie a bit last year on tour. I was tour managing for Matt Corman and ended up TMing for Ollie too for the most part. And yeah, just got to hang with him. Great dude. I love his like perspective and like approach on stuff, which to me at this level is like the most important thing. Jesus Christ.
Fire's making some crazy noises over there.
I don't even know if that's getting picked up on the mic or not, but
I don't either. I wonder if they can hear the crackle of the fireplace going. Hopefully it's not too loud or distracting in the audio. Yeah, Ollie is a great dude.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
big time.
I came in contact with him when we made a little bit before we made Fly Away on Evergreen, and I felt like back then he was just like someone who I like loosely knew of and like loved his music, and so we kind of came together about that. And since then, I really feel like he's someone I consider one of my good friends now.
Yeah.
Especially after we toured over the summer with Victor, which we were, closer friends before that, but just spending more and more time with him, like you said, you just gain more perspective of like who he is and just how he approaches shit. Just
I think that's with anybody too. Being
Yeah.
on tour with people, you really get to know their character and just like who they really are.
Shout out Big Hoss.
Yeah, I texted him after that tour, and I was like, "Yo, man, I'm glad we got to spend some time together and hang." Because, like you said, I feel like me and Ollie have known each other loosely for like 10 years or something, just from having mutual friends, but never worked together, never like hung out, but whatever. And I was like, yeah, it was cool to get to hang and like get to know each other, and I'm sure we'll work on some stuff, whatever. And he just texted me back and he said, "We was tapped in, but now we locked in." And that pretty much sums up the way Ollie is. He's a great dude.
Yeah.
So those shows will be fun. I'm also headlining in a couple places that I haven't headlined yet. So that'll be we'll learn from it one way or another.
Yeah, do you want to plug the dates real quick in case
No,
anyone's
I shouldn't.
listening?
I shouldn't. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're starting on January 11th through January 24th, and we're hitting Minneapolis, Chicago, Detroit, Pittsburgh, DC, Philly, New York, Boston, and Westfield, Mass, which will kind of be like my hometown show, 413 Western Mass.
Which one of those are new for you that you said you haven't headlined in?
I've played all of those as support, and I've headlined a bunch in Mass, New York, and Philly. I've never headlined in Pittsburgh or Chicago or Detroit. Or DC. I've never headlined in DC either, actually. But I've played it a handful of times. So it's just one of those things where, like when you go out with Gavin, like you were talking about this the other day, you go to Seattle, first time in Seattle, sold out show. Everyone has a great time. You're signing fucking shirts, you're taking pictures, great vibes, you get a couple Instagram followers, vibes are high, right? But it's like really hard to know how many of those people were actually my fans.
Right.
Unless you had a legit convo with them and they said that, which does happen at these size shows, which is the best part of it to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, okay, we book Adam Yokum in Seattle tomorrow. How many of those people are coming to see you?
Right.
You don't really know until you do it. So, yeah, I mean, last time I was in Chicago, it was sold out with the hold up at a 300 cap room. And it was like the time of my life, and I crushed it on merch and like felt like a lot of those people knew my songs. But maybe that's just because they looked it up because they were coming to see the hold up. They were like, who's this guy that's opening,
Right.
So, yeah, it's like,
Really tough to gauge.
we're going to find out and see how it works out. But
Yeah.
regardless, to me, like my perspective on touring is just to go build it brick by brick. I feel like that's what I've been doing this whole time.
Yeah.
And, what we started to do with your stuff too. Like you headlined in Pittsburgh last year, had a good turnout.
Yeah.
Without that perspective, like we probably wouldn't have had a successful night, and you probably wouldn't have had the confidence to go do other stuff and go try to co-headline other markets with like really small rooms and just see what it is.
Yeah.
Because also, that's just what it takes. Because if you just get put on stage in front of 1,000 people, like you wait till you have a fucking platinum song somehow and cross your fingers and hope TikTok just blows you up, your show's probably going to suck.
Yeah. You're like not going to be a seasoned performer.
And then those 1,000 people are going to go, yeah, we saw Adam Yokum. I love his song, but like, the show was kind of dog shit. It looked like he's never done it before.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
No.
So, I mean, you're also a good performer. And so it's like, that's not going to happen. But if you didn't do any reps, that would happen.
Yeah.
Think about like
that's
your
why
first.
it's necessary to like
Yeah.
go play a show for 40 people, level up a bit, go play a show for 150 people.
I think people
level
that
up a
have
bit.
never been on stage don't know that playing for 40 people is so much harder than playing for 500 people.
Yeah.
So much harder.
Yeah. It is.
Like playing for 500 people, like someone would be like, aren't you nervous? And it's like, no, this is easy. This is a fucking layup. There's people here that are ready to have fun. You just go up there and
They already love you.
yeah,
don't have
or
any-
like they're already there to have a good time, even if it's like not even your crowd.
Yeah.
It's like you just have to go do what you do. That's
Yeah.
easy.
Exactly.
But in a room full of 40 people where, 18 of them came to see Ollie Joseph, 14 of them came to see me, 2 are the fucking staff, and then another 10 are just there because their friend brought them and they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You got to like win that crowd over. You have
Yeah.
to like, yo, here's what the fuck we're doing. Here, you have to really set the tone. And if you do that, those shows are so much fun.
Yeah.
Because also you get to meet all 40 people after.
Yeah. It's like a big hangout.
They're going to become fans.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, yo, I went to Adam Yokum show. I talked to him for 30 minutes. He fucking made fun of me when he was on stage because I was wearing some stupid ass shirt.
Yeah.
And everyone laughed and like I thought it was awesome and like I bought him a drink and whatever. Like it's just so much more of a vibe.
It's a way better experience than like, the artist walked out on stage, like played his songs, and then he was like, peace.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
like-
walked off. It's like, we got to hang out, like you said, take pictures, get
Yeah.
drinks or whatever. Yeah. All right, we're back. Mike's cut out there for a second. Had to
it's going
restart
right
the
now?
video. It's running. Yeah, it's rolling now.
Well, that's what happens when 2 guys that don't have a podcast start shooting a podcast,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens whenever 2 guys shoot a podcast for the first time.
Because we were just rambling for another 20 minutes after.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I think we can kind of recap it. Cut off, we were talking about touring and just how the smaller shows like pay off, planting the seeds. Hopefully some of that stuff was in there. But,
Yeah.
We'll make it work either way. Thanks for listening, by the way, if you're still here. Yeah, if we actually do the podcast, we'll figure out how this doesn't happen again. But I think we started talking about how just our relationship and dynamic as artist manager and maintaining our level of friendship.
Yeah.
I think it's really rare to see that. I think I said when we first started working together, and I was like your manager. One of the first things I said was like, I don't want our business relationship to ever compromise. I don't want our friendship to ever be compromised, basically.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to put that first and try to keep it separate. It's obviously going to blend together in some capacity because we're talking all the time, we're working all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll call me and like, hey, we need to fix this, or like, how do we make this happen? And then we'll also, by the end of the conversation, we'll be talking about some absolute bullshit and just like making a joke, right?
Yeah.
So like it blends together. But yeah, I'm grateful to be in a situation where we're able to do that because I mean, we haven't had any problems with that. And I feel like the payoff is so much higher when it comes from like that intrinsic value and not just like a work relationship where, usually a manager's incentive to see an artist grow is strictly financial, whereas this, it's like, I give a fuck about this and I want to see you win. So regardless of that, it's like, I'm really trying everything I can do to elevate the situation and make things go smoother for you or whatever it is,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it is nice to have a good like friendship with the people you're working on business with. And Yeah, I think we were saying that we've been pretty lucky that a lot of the stuff we've worked on together, we haven't had too many bumps in the road. You know, we just have been like making a plan for things and then going and executing it. And there's not a ton of cooks in the kitchen with what we're doing. You know, it's not like we're dealing with labels or whatever it may be and booking agent. It's just like us, like handling shit together. And so, yeah, if there's ever a problem, which there really hasn't been, you know, we're just on such a good friendship and communication level where it's just like, yo, can we like fix this? Can we work on this? Can we do this better? And then it's just like, yeah, let's do it. Then move on with things. So, yeah, we were talking about how the saying of don't mix business and friendships because like people think that either the friendship will tank or the business will tank.
Yeah.
You know, and saying that the opposite is actually better because it's like just building something with your friends.
That's something I've always disagreed with because I would just rather eat with people that I love on whatever scale that we're able to do it rather than, you know, we get super rich, but then we're dealing with people that doesn't give a fuck about you or me. And, you know, there's just people involved that like doesn't feel right for them to be involved in the thing that you built, you know? Mm-hmm. Again, you want to make money, obviously, but I think a lot of what you said is a lot of things have been pretty stressless, and I think that comes from a lot of the decisions that we've made to keep things in-house so far, you know?
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe one day that'll change, but maybe we'll have different goals or needs or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's really rewarding for me, for sure, to just like see things grow, be involved, help you go through certain things, whether I've been through them as an artist or not. Just like have somebody that I care about deeply to navigate it alongside me is like really dope, you know?
Yeah, agreed. Keep some fun in there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I want you to touch on this too because I think that was a good point that I don't know if you've ever said out loud, at least to me. Just like your brand and like your kind of style and situation lends to that rather than having, you know, a hot shot manager that is going to be like, fucking, yo, get in the room with this guy and fucking we're going to pay him this and then we're going to make a hit, you know?
Yeah, it's like the way that we structure our business feels like it's very perfect for what I'm doing with my music because like we were saying, it's like, I feel like some artists or managers, the way they see it is like, how can we just take you to the moon as quick as we can? Whether that's like, you know, the artist just making music that lends itself to virality or like the type of content they're doing. Whatever it may be, even on the business side, how we were saying, like just signing a deal, getting as much money as we can, and then the manager like dips out and it's not like a long-term growth type of situation. Yeah, I like that the things that we're doing now and the things that we're building towards, I think we're going to wake up in 8 years and be like, damn, like this is awesome. You know, we've really like made something here and it's what we were going for years and it's like cool to see it all come together. I think that mindset on the business side lends itself to how I approach music as well because I'm not like, and this is all subjective, like maybe someone else hears this and disagrees, but I don't think my music lends itself to being viral. It's not these like big pop productions or like, you know, I don't make a song and then hear a snippet that'd be like, man, TikTok is going to eat this up. You know, it's just like.
I think it's totally possible, by the way, for like something of yours to go crazy viral. Yeah. But it's not going to be because it was built for virality. Right. It's going to be because enough people connected to it, like emotionally or just naturally, and then it just like, goes fucking crazy. Which that's probably the best case scenario.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like virality isn't my aim.
Definitely not. Yeah.
My aim is to like make music that helps people and to build a community, you know, and just have my albums and songs be a piece of art rather than like a, you know, what's the word? Like a piece of like market value or something. Like I don't see songs as what's the word I'm looking for? Like investment tokens. Like some people see their songs as like, how much money is this gonna make me?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, how can we like package up this music into like the biggest deal we can get or whatever? It's more so just like
Yeah.
the impact of it, I guess.
Definitely. Yeah, which I think what you're saying is that lends itself to what my approach would be like as a manager and for my own career too, like all these years. It's not like how do you get the biggest check the quickest, you know?
Yeah.
Because like you said, I think some managers have that perspective, which is a skill set in itself too. And it doesn't mean that they're like a bad person or like a scumbag or something. It's just like it's a certain style of, all right, how do we cash you out right now? Because I'm also going to get a piece of that, and we're not really friends. So it's like if I'm not involved in 5 years and 10 years, then at least I did my job because I got you paid, bro. You know, that's what I'm supposed to do. You know.
Yeah.
We could sign a deal right now. I mean, we don't have to get into specifics, but it's like I've been on the phone talking to these motherfuckers plenty of times with like offering you money.
Yeah.
And every time it's just like, we should just stay patient and just keep building this thing because like that doesn't really matter right now.
Yeah.
I'd rather take this as far as we can, in-house, stress-free almost. Because again, it's like, look at everything that's happened in the past few years, just kind of off of like the sauce.
Yeah.
You know, there's no tricks, bro. You know,
Yeah.
we didn't like hire a big producer or like get a huge feature that we paid for, or like some crazy thing that it's just like, yeah, that's why that worked. It's like you can see it and you can feel it in your community too, which is also lends itself to the touring side, which I'm really excited to keep growing that. Like,
Yeah.
I probably said that in the first half of this or whatever, but
Yeah. Agreed.
yeah,
dude.
community
And
is
some
number
of
one,
those,
bro.
some of those deals is like, obviously it's like, every deal is different, but a lot of them it's like you're involved in that for 3 years, 5 years. And we were saying earlier, like 3 years ago compared to now, my music and everything is night and day. Who the hell knows where I'm going to be in 3 to 5 years from now? So I think even that is just like, let's just stay patient and just see how things work out. Like,
You're going to have a beard down to your belly button in 3 years too.
with any luck.
Based on the beard that you had before.
Yeah, dude. Every year it's trickling.
But no, it's good. It's a very like, I don't want to say lucky because we intentionally put ourselves in this position with each other, but I would say it's a very fortunate, a fortunate dynamic and situation, and also a big reason why I haven't kind of gone out of my way to, like sign other artists and like manage them and like work with people just for the sake of, I could probably make money with this guy or I could help him do this. But it's like, to me, if it's probably not the right way to look at it, but it's just not as fun unless I'm invested emotionally and like really, I want to be like all the way in or not really a part of it because it's just not, I don't know. I don't really get off on like, how can I make money off of this person? Like, that's what.
It's because we love our jobs.
Yeah.
It's because we have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And if there's no fun in it, then, we can find money somewhere else.
Totally. I don't know if this was in the first half or not, but you said art, like, I don't think people are making music so they can get rich.
Yeah. I feel like that was because it might have went into, like, the touring conversation. But if it wasn't,
It's all a big blur.
It's all a big blur at this point. First podcast, we don't have any clue what we're doing or talking about.
We need a podcast title. Drop it in the comments because we're probably going to continue doing this somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, if you made it this far, try to help us think of a name for this shit.
Obviously, it'll be remote when we do it, but
yeah,
I think we'll be able to pull it off and it'll be valuable. And we'll also be like more prepared for other episodes of like, all right, here's what we're going to cover. Because today we just fired this thing up and just said,
yeah,
we got some shit to talk about.
We just hit record on this thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. I think with anything, it's something we get better at.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, fun stuff. People don't do this because they're trying to make money. We're having a good time. I'm having a good time.
Always.
It's fun.
I've never done anything else in my entire fucking life.
Then chase the music career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like, what am I gonna go to medical school or something?
You could like work on a construction crew, maybe.
No, I
with
couldn't.
Hammers and screwdrivers and
Adam,
stuff.
you know me. I would fail miserably at a job like that. We all have our strengths. You know what I mean?
You could be a ski instructor.
I can write a hook.
Okay.
I can think critically. I'm a good problem solver. I put the puzzle together.
Wow.
I'm not going on a construction site or doing anything like that. I'm going to break stuff. And I'm going to get fired.
Okay.
So we don't want to do that.
Fair enough.
I think you could do that. I don't think you want to do that.
No,
And I don't think you will do that. But you are capable of that type of shit, I think.
I think if I focused on it.
I'm probably the least handy motherfucker ever.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm not good at?
Did you mount that TV in your bedroom?
Actually, my stepdad helped me with that.
Nice.
Yeah. I got help with that.
I have an 85-inch TV, a 65-inch TV, and a 55-inch TV in my house. This is not a flex. TVs are cheap now. Ask me how many of those I mounted myself.
How many of those did you mount yourself? None.
0. You ever heard of TaskRabbit?
No.
They probably don't have that here in Elkins.
They don't have that
It's a
here.
little app. You go, hey, can anyone hang these TVs without breaking them? And then a guy says, I'll do it for $90.
You do that?
And I go, please come over.
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
For $90, you could buy the tools and then just watch a free YouTube video and you could forever hang your own TVs.
Yeah, but I would break one of them and I'd be swearing in my house by myself for hours.
That's fine, but you gain a new skill.
I paid $90 for peace of mind and a straight TV that's not going to fall off the wall.
Fair enough.
Trust me. I think maybe this is just because I'm 32. You learn to just pay for convenience when you can. You know?
Mm-hmm.
If I was on my last $90, then obviously I would have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I got enough. I got $90. I'm not hanging these fucking TVs.
I got enough.
What was that? Where did that originate from?
I asked you if you wanted to go camping, and you said, nah, I got enough. Meaning you have enough money to sleep under a roof.
Like I paid my rent this month. I don't need to camp in a tent.
I don't need to sleep outside,
Yeah,
is
no, we don't have to
basically
do
what you
that.
were saying. No, I got enough.
That's good.
Silly stuff. All right, should we wrap this up?
It probably already ended, so
Probably, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, thanks for listening, y'all. Hopefully we'll do this again. And album coming from both of us. We're on tour. I Will's dropping probably right around the time we drop this, so that's already out. If you haven't heard it, go peep it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That was fun. Thanks, brother.
Good talk.
Indeed.